Good evening, morning, afternoon, freaks and geeks. This is Railuge, and welcome back to yet another silent episode of Pokemon Shield. Um, this time I went ahead and transferred over my Melmetal that I got from Pokemon Go and transferred into Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, so that I have to transfer it over to Pokemon Home, and then I could transfer it into my Pokemon Shield. And it's such a shiny one. I kind of like the shiny color. It's a little bit deeper. I don't know if that's a proper description of it. And I don't know if the camera's catching the kittens in the background meowing. But, I recorded this, I think it was a year ago. All I know is that it was when, Pokemon, like, Armor Isle came out. And yes, that is the next episode after this one, so... And I plan on doing a revamp of the border here. But anyway, one of my cats had a litter again. So we got another litter up for adoption. So if you hear little mews, that's them. I don't know if their mom's gonna give them milk or not. She's over there staring at me. So anyway, this is the after the post-game stuff. I can't tell what level it is from here because it's off screen, but... Oh no, never mind. Yeah, the Pokemon around that one area is still the highest level Pokemon to fight. Which I was hoping this was going to be around level 60. Because it's like post-game. Give us a little bit more of like experience that we can grind off of, but that it's whatever. I'll just kill it with Aqua Tail. And then it dies. Poor Weezing. But my plan to do with my team from here on out is because I could swap them with the Pokemon in my bank. I'm going to be training up all the different type of Pokemon that I like using. And then I am going to just swap out someone that's no longer able to fight. And then at some point I just go heal them. It worked. Okay, so forgive me because I'm still doing things from like Premiere Pro, but I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit this part out. Like not complete, like me running there, because nothing really happened. Except for this, it's a Muna. That worked better than I expected. Okay. So yeah, fine hop and whatnot. I'm not going to bother reading the dialogue, mainly because it's blurry. I am so sorry, but at this point, you probably watched someone else playing Pokemon Shield or Sword. From like someone that's able to record this a lot better than I. But yeah. Besides, I really don't like Hop. And my camera fell. Oh, the problems of being a poor YouTuber. God, I'm gonna have to like pause this more often than I originally thought. Ugh. Kids are in this one. But yeah, Hop was just a carbon copy of Hal. It was really annoying. I don't mind like the energetic rivals, But they use the same model as Hal, and then called him Hop. Why would Amy? It's like, hey, our first child, let's call him Leon. He's gonna have like a lot of potential and do great things. Oh, we have a second child? We only wanted one. Let's call him Hop. Yeah, there we go. That's his name. We'll call him Hop. There. This is like Honolulu does the Hulu. It's like, why? What? Why? You should have the bunny. Wait, he does. No. Yeah, no. No. He has the one that's I'm good against. I do think it should just, like, Hop shouldn't have been, like, the, narrator of the, game. It should have been you. Because I'm getting tired of the, silent protagonist. Every game. It's like you're silent. They have to throw in another character to do the voiceover for you. Or do the talking for you. And you should just play that other character then. It's just so irritating. And then they design your rival now that you can beat them easily. They do not pose a challenge at all. I liked... thinking it through, my favorite rival has to be N. And that was because he wasn't, like, put forth as your rival, but in the end he was. I know you had that annoying spaz kid, and then, Bianca, which, of course, because she's a girl, everybody obsessed over. But I felt N was the stronger, rival. Because both you and he were after pretty much the same, legendary. Just different side of the coin. And I think this was the, episode where Corrin had a really good, comment that she made that made me lose my crap. I'm not sure. I still love this thing. This has to be my favorite fossil Pokemon now. Too bad you can't breed them. That kind of just, like, upsetted me. It's like, to get, like, what you need, you'd have to either, like, use a bunch of items on it. But then you can't, like, train it from level 1. And that's how you get all those, sick, nasty stats. And that's why I, breed before the league battles, because you could just, train them from level 1, get all those, stats, certain games you could just, like, max out their IVs, like, X and Y with the super training. This upset. We were actually having a conversation about the game, I think. And there's Pancake. My precious Pancake. I don't want these videos to wind up me just, like, talking the whole video. Because I do like letting the game speak for itself sometimes. I don't need to, like, constantly talk, but when I don't have the game audio, this is what it's like. Very dull. Like with, like, games like, Five Nights at Freddy's. It's like you could sit there and let the spooky ambience just build up. I've seen some YouTubers that were really annoying playing, like, scary games. They would, sit there. They're the kind that needs to talk and just keep talking. And, this guy was obsessing over Chica's new design. And he's just sitting there talking about, playing the game, and, just talking about it. And then, I believe it was Toy Bonnie that jumped up and got him. And he had like a second late response. And then he jumps and he screams and jumps out of his chair. Like as if that really scared him that hard. And he's like sitting there, oh, I have to talk and be like entertaining, and oh wait, I got jump scared. Oh shit, I should be reacting to that. That's what the audience wants. Well, it's like if I did that throughout all of FNAF 3, I don't know where I was going with that, but that game wasn't scary. I'm sorry. It was more frustrating and annoying more than scary. It's like the only really scary things were the phantoms, and that's because they jump scared you when you weren't expecting it. But then you started expecting it, and it's just like, oh, hi, Balloon Boy. I gotta go click on this now. And then trying to keep Springtrap in one area was super irritating. But then it got too easy, because I knew what I was doing. And then that glitch happened. So anyway, this isn't my top 10 worst games of the year. This is Pokemon Shield. Oh, no, speaking of which, I still have to get around to making it. But my top 10 games for 2019, this is on there. Not because it's Pokemon. Because, Gen 3, 5, and 6 are not making the list. But, this would be making the list solely on the fact that, they're actually adding a lot to the game that I'm really hoping they continue with, because the wild area was a really good idea. I liked the fact that there was areas where there was higher level Pokemon and you needed to have a certain badge to catch them. That was a really good idea. I like the continuing idea that the HMs are gone. I liked it better in Sun and Moon, though. Because you get to ride Pokemon. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to ride their Pokemon? Actually, that's a good question in the comment section down below. Legitimately. Would you like to ride your Pokemon, or do you think it's a dumb idea, or do you just not care? Let me know. And of course be thoughtful and respectful of other people's opinions, because just like your opinion, their opinion is valid. I still like her new outfit, by the way. Her old one seriously did make her look pregnant. There's nothing wrong with that, but she's not pregnant, so I don't know. It just it didn't look right on her. So I'm moving through the dialogue. The god-awful dialogue. This is why they just need to have your main character during the dialogue. Can Pokemon please do this? They got it in Digimon. And it's parts where it's like repeating the dialogue. Like the main character's relaying information that he learned or something. They have the whole like eclipses and the characters moving. And then the other person's like, oh, so you already met them. Okay. So let's just move on. But then they have, like, they're really heavily dialogue heavy, and it's so annoying. Main thing that's annoying about the dialogue is a lot of it's fluff. Like, both this and the Digimon. I mean, sometimes it's like you get the important information of what to do and story and whatnot. Oh god, these guys. Nope, I'm out of here. I love doing that, especially when the game lets me get away with it. I'm trying to remember which game it was. It was Mario! It was one of the Mario RPG type games. It's like, would you like to go on this quest? And they give you yes and no. I think it's one of the Paper Marios. And you click no, and they're like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. Looks like our story ends on a bad note straight away. And it, like, exits the game, and you have to go through the whole thing again because they don't let you save before that. And it was hilarious, and I'm going to do that on my channel, and here comes the dumb hair. God, that sword hair. Oh my god, that is just so bad. That is awful. Why did they think that was a good idea? I had it going the other way. Like, have the his hair sticking out like the handle and then giving him a mullet as the sword. But no. No. It had to be sticking up and flopping, and it's so dumb. It's dumb. I don't even like that Sheild haircut. The Sheild haircut looks dumb. Not as dumb as the sword, mind you, but really dumb. And it's dumb! And, by the way, the running gag is, Corn and I kept saying throughout the whole thing that they're the Pokemon. But these guys are just so dumb. I'm not even going to bother reading their dialogue. I did it, when I was recording this, and I was giving them a dumb voice like, we are the new kings of Galar. We're descendants of the first kings. And it's like Swordward and Shieldbert. I mean, go screw yourselves with those names. It's just awful. Look at that flopping. Look at the flop. I'm making fun of it right now. It's such a bad design. All around. Just so bad. Yeah, what exactly are you supposed to be? Yeah, with that hair. What are you? And they'll just come over and they're like, oh, we're taking these because they're ours. I've been like, yeah, returning them would have been like respectful, but Hop and I are into the new heroes. You guys just sat around on your butts, probably with your thumb up them, and did nothing. That's the only thing I can remember of my comments on this story at this point, because they seriously did nothing. And they're coming over like, we're the kings, ooh, give us the stuff, ooh, we're the heroes of the Galar region, ooh. I really hate these two. I'd rather spend a day with Hop than have a conversation with these two. Flop, flop, flop. Floppy, floppy. Ugh. It's just so bad. Oh, by the way, the reason why I'm doing my channel, and you can see in the cam right now, Corn is just watching me play. And so are a couple of the kids, to be honest. And, I enjoy sharing games with people. Of course, you'd be bowing to me because I'm the actual hero of the sword. Or shield, I mean. You can just go and screw yourself. Using Fart or Surfetch'd, you don't deserve that Pokemon here. Let my Gyarados eat it for you. Farfetch'd is a tasty dish anyway, so he's going to have a good breakfast. Yeah. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but it's like one of the smallest meals because it's supposed to give you all that energy to go throughout the day. So that's how unimportant you are. You're not a dinner. You're breakfast. You're just like, oh shit, I gotta get to work, so I'm going to have to grab this bar of Farfetch'd real quick. Kind of breakfast. And are you serious with that amount of damage? I literally fucking saved the Galar region with the Sheild legendary. You can go take a flying fuck into a fuck and then fuck yourself. And no, my channel's not made for kids. Even though I'm playing a kid game and I have kids in the background. Not meant for kids. Because I swear a bunch. I'm pulling this thing out. But you know, I think for the next Pokemon game, I'm going to do the I can't think of what it was called, but the style of game where it's like they send out their Pokemon without asking me if I want to change. So I think I'm going to do it that way because even with them being like, oh, this is a lot more of a challenge for like the returning players. Even though it kind of was. I love the level. Oh, that's one of the major reasons why this game is on the top 10 list. They did a much better job with the wild Pokemon's level. They equalized it out a little bit. They made it so like it's around your level, so it's like you know what level you should be to advance to the next area. It was still a decent challenge, but it also was still like easy to get through. And it still gave you proper experience. It was a really decent balance. And also to the point where those the Pokemon evolve at a pretty high level. It's not going to be insane to get them to evolve. I mean, granted, it will still be closer to the end of the game, but with the Pokemon that, like the dragons, the pseudo-legend Dratini clones, those guys are worth taking a while to get to their final form. Because they are powerful. They are worth being called pseudo-legends. Also on that, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before in one of my episodes, but I just want to mention it again here. When I was playing Pokemon, the term pseudo-legend was not originally for the Pokemon that had the stats as a legend. Though, don't get me wrong, I actually like what people label as pseudo-legends now, because it makes more sense. But the back in the day, the pseudo-legends were the Pokemon that you only can find once in the game. An example? It's like... Let's see. What is a good example? Well, no, number 3. After you beat the game, the Steven, the champion, he gives you Beldum. And even though, yes, his stats was pretty good, he was considered a pseudo-legendary because people actually thought he was a legendary Pokemon. Who else? I don't know if anybody in Gen 1 was considered a pseudo-legendary, like, at the beginning. I mean, Dratini is considered that now because Dragonite does have some pretty good stats. And there's a reason why Lance used, like, 3 Dragonites. Who else was this pseudo-legendary? Was there someone from number 2? I mean, yeah, Larvitar is considered a pseudo-legendary now, but, I'm trying to think, because you had the legendary dogs, and then the 2 legendary birds, and Celebi. But I don't think that term came around until 4th gen. Because then you had, Spiritomb, which was actually a really good Pokemon, and people thought it was a legendary because you had to have the stone and then activate it, and then you can counter it, and it was like the only one that you can find. But you can breed it. Just like Beldum. But, let me think, because I think it was actually Spiritomb that started the, actual term. Because, oh, no, Zoru was, people thought that it was also a legendary, but, it didn't really have the stats to back it up. And keep in mind, this is like, coming from, like, a foggy memory. And, also, yeah, remember, I've been playing these games since Gen 1. Like, Gen 1, day 1. Like, the day it came into the stores, I got the game. And it wasn't because of the anime. I didn't know the anime existed. I was watching and I saw this commercials like, your favorite TV show is now a video game. I'm like, Beast Wars? And then they're all like, Pokemon is now in the, for the Game Boy. Yeah, the Game Boy. And I was like, what's Pokemon? And I'm like watching all these commercials, and it's like covering this, like I think it was like July or something like that, and I'm like, wait, so if I'm getting this correctly, Pokemon is a game where you get to capture like monsters and train them and fight other people with these monsters? This is going to be the first game that I went at the store to open to get. But thankfully it was like Meijer, which is like Michigan's version of Walmart. So they're open 24/7. So I went there and got the game on the first day. It was amazing. I loved it. Sad to find out they only had one save. So I was the first one to play it because my parents were like, yeah, Chris was the one that was obsessing over this, so let's let him have it. So my older brother went out and bought 2 more cartridges. One for himself and one for our younger brother. So everybody had a game. And it was fun times. Until they used my game without my permission to get all the starters. And then didn't get me any. and then left me with a game at the beginning with a character's name as Fogblockabulich. Literally. So I had to restart. And they didn't give me the starters. So, unbeknown to them, I actually traded all the starters to one of their games and traded it to my new game. With keeping their old save file intact, mind you. So, I was able to get all the starters. I used their system to do it. And they lost nothing. So, I'm a good Dewey. It was just annoying. But also, we did try that duping, like the Pokemon duping thing, where it's like two people would trade, and one person would be giving trash Pokemon, the other one would be trading over the Pokemon they're duping. So the person that's duping the Pokemon would turn off the system before it saves. So when they turn it back on, it loads up before you traded, but the other guy still registered that you traded. But if you turn it off in the middle of its saving, it corrupts your data, and she's flipping out. So, I'm sorry, I don't remember what's going on at this point. I think we're trying to find... yeah, we're trying to find areas that, like, stuff is going on. Anyway. So, my younger brother turned off his system while it was still saving. His game got corrupted. He got really pissed off, and I agree with him on that. I was behind him 100%. And, so my other brother was just like, oh, well, that sucks for you. Hey, Chris, let's do the duping. And I was like, no, screw you. I'm not doing that. We eventually did get my younger brother's that one Pokemon he was duping back to him, so he didn't lose like every single thing. But it's just I really felt bad for him because I know how it feels to have the game that you're doing really good at get erased suddenly without you doing it yourself. So yeah, I really hate that this has become a me talking all the time. Because I have no clue what's going on in the story. I have not been paying attention. Like, present me, not past me. Past me knows what I'm doing. Except, I finally found out what this place was for. I thought this was where the legendary was going to spawn. I was really disappointed. But this is where the special events happen. Which so far there was only one, and my wife obtained that one. Which is why I had no idea what that did. So what, like, childhood stories do you have about Digimon? Because I know there's a lot. Like that one time my friend traded my other friend. Oh wait, hold on. For your sake, I decided to just cut ahead to where the next thing is. But, anyway. My friend traded a level 50 Rhyhorn to my other friend for his start. And the second friend like just started the game, so the Rhyhorn was his only Pokemon, and well, no, it wasn't his only Pokemon, but it wasn't listening to him pretty much. It was hilarious. He's like, yeah, I got a high-level Pokemon. I'm going to, like, destroy everything. It kept, like, loafing around, falling asleep. It was hilarious. He's like, I didn't know Pokemon did this. I finally told them what was going on. And I was like, just use, like, one of your other, Pokemon that you caught in the wild for now. I don't know if he's still registered that he got duped, but whatever. And this is the problem with talking a lot. I ran out of things to say. So, yeah. I could be reading what they're saying, but I just don't care at this point. I almost didn't do this episode, because I'm getting tired of doing the voiceovers. This part just was annoying. At least they saved, like, the heavy storyline for, like, this part. But I kind of want, like, a more story-driven Pokemon game. Like, Pokemon Insurgents. Where it's like, instead of, like, the gyms, you got the areas where, like, the villain group is at. And, I mean, I suppose, like, there could still be gyms, just they shouldn't be, like, the focus. And also they should be geared around your level. Or, like, the tier of the game that you're at. Like, say, okay, so, one of the ideas I had, I was, thinking of doing, like, a, fan game where it's, like, Pokemon old and, young. Or old and new. I haven't figured out, but, one version is more focused on the, older Pokemon. Like, Gen 1 through 4, pretty much. And then, the other one focuses on the newer kinds. Like Gen 4 and up. And what would happen was, you get to decide which region you start in. You go on a boat, and it takes you to that region's, port city. Like, as an example for Kanto, it would be, the third gym. I can't remember. I can't remember that, that town's name. But you would, start there. And, the first areas would be geared around your level. Like, around level 5. And, there would be certain people standing around that telling you that this, the next area is too high for you. Go fight Lieutenant Surge first. So you go fight Lieutenant Surge as kind of like the tutorial. It's like you catch the Pokemon in the area, and then you go fight him, you beat him, and everything else opens up. So, like, let's say you want to go up to Saffron City and fight the gym there. That would be at tier 2, which would be around level like 10 and 12. And if you beat that, let's say you want to go all the way to Cinnabar Island. You could travel there, all the Pokemon would be geared around your level, and you would go and fight the gym at Cinnabar Island, which would be at tier 3, which would be around like level 15 or 16. And it's like, the more gym badges you have, the higher tier the rest of the game will be. And there would be areas where like you would need like certain I would say, continuing on the idea of like no HMs, instead you would get items, like key items that you would go into your backpack, like with this game, the bike. Like, let's say there's bushes in the way that you can't get through. You could pull out machete or shears, if you think just the word machete is violent, and your character would chop through the vines and continue through. If there's like rocks to climb, your character would have to have rock climbing gear to be able to scale those rocks. For surfing, you would need like a little boat. But in some cases, like with the surfing and the rock climbing, if you have a Pokemon that you can ride that can do that, you can ride the Pokemon instead of using the item. That would be like, not exactly equipping the item, but you would label that Pokemon as your mount. And you don't have to have them on your party in order to use them. It'll just be registered as your mount, be in your PC. Like, say, if you want a surfing Pokemon, but you don't want them on your team, you could just designate them as your mount, use the item, and it would ask, would you like to use the boat or your mount? Click on mount, you would call the Pokemon out, and you would ride them. And still not being on your team, mind you, because I don't want to... The whole problem with the HMs was that it was taking up spaces on your team. So it's like if you needed to like surf or strength or cut, it's like you would put it all on one Pokemon. And then that would be your HM, well, slave. Which I don't like that term, mind you. But that's what people call it. Which kind of screams volumes. But that's why in Nuzlocke, if you have a Pokemon that's designated as your HM user, you level them up too. Because you might come into a situation where you need to use him to save your ass. Seen several times where it's like Patters has 2 people on his team that aren't doing anything. And they're low leveled. And he loses the Nuzlocke because they're on his team. Oh crap, my video's coming to a close. I know exactly what episode is, your bottoms aren't splendid. Anyway, the next episode's the one that was corrupted. And that was, me, fighting all those, Dynamax Pokemon and getting the, was it Zacian or was it the, longer name? I can never remember the longer named one. But anyway, yeah, it was all that running around, and that's the corrupted video. I mean, I still have it, I haven't deleted it, but I can't open it, I can't fix it, I can't, like, alter it in any way, shape, or form. So it's gonna sit there. If I get it working, I might do it, unless it's, like, if the audio's messed up, then I'm just not gonna worry. But I'm just gonna continue on. Press on. The next episode's going to be the Armor Isle, so go ahead and let me know what you think. Click on whichever thumb you think is appropriate for this video. Until next time, stay white and nerdy.